What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Vlogcast. Today I'm sitting here with my friends from the Dress Right team. We got Ty, the senior advisor. Yeah. And we got Andrew, the founder, and we got Elliot, the head of visuals. And today we're just gonna sit down with the Dress Right team and just learn about their app and learn about how they're transversing. That's the word I'm gonna use today. Transversing. That's probably not right, but how they're taking over the world of the app industry without even having an app.
Yeah.
So go ahead and Ty, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Ty here. Senior advisor for Dress Right. TK and I go way back, known each other since I was born. So
exactly. So if you don't know,
back as it goes.
For those of you that don't know Ty, as well as I do, we grew up together in the same neighborhood back in Reston, Virginia.
That's right.
And I moved off to a different place around the same time that I got into the filming and stuff like that. But I haven't seen you since. Who knows, elementary school or something like that.
It's been a while, other than the Christmas parties.
Yeah. Christmas parties is like the only way we really stay in touch.
Yeah.
But so what was it about your life that caused you to find some sort of passion towards the new modern day world of apps?
Yeah. Well, I'll go on the record and say, I'm not the tech guy behind this.
Okay.
Andrew really came up with the idea for Dress Right and had built out the initial product, and then approached me about joining the team and about helping to build the team out and kind of taking it in a further direction of really building something that was going to be a top-notch voice experience for people in a world where voice experiences are typically not great. They're kind of novel. So
robotic.
Really appealed to me.
Yeah. So when did you and Andrew meet?
The three of us actually all met in college.
Okay. So you all met at the same time?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we go
night.
back. Yeah,
same night. Okay.
Yeah, midnight in our fraternity.
By the way, I'm gonna need you to fall in love with your mic a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all go back to college, all kind of specialize in different things and, our day jobs and whatnot, but really, found a cool project that we could sync up on, and we all hang out a ton anyway in DC, so we figured why not try to do something productive with some of our time and make something cool.
Okay. So Andrew, tell me a little bit about yourself since we just met today.
Sure. I met Ty at UVA, and we were in the same fraternity. We were known as two of the guys who ended up doing most of the work in the fraternity. There are about 4 guys a year who do the work, so we work together a lot there. I've always thought that he'd be awesome to work with on more projects later on, and so that's why once things started going well with the first voice app, that I asked him, hey, what do you think about getting involved here?
Okay. Was there one specific project that you saw him working on that you're like, wow, he would be a good person to collaborate with?
I don't think we can get into those stories right now.
We planned a lot of parties together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I pretty much did the same thing. I don't think it's illegal to say that you planned parties.
Yeah.
That's fine. I planned a lot of parties when I was a kid too. That's why I have this light stand over here. When I was in college, I got tired of going out to the club, and because I was going out to the club when I was filming the club and then bringing people back. I just got tired of going out and paying and stuff. So eventually, over time, I invested in some lights, and because people mostly go out for the lights, from my experience.
That's what you can't get at home.
Yeah. And so I just brought them to my place. But now they're just like a little reminiscent in the corner over there.
It's a lovely nightstand now.
Exactly. It's a very lovely nightstand.
Well, really, I guess if you want to know, I guess it was Ty and I playing a band together.
Okay.
And once we were able to pull off Alley Stock, kind of knew like
Alley
we can
Stock.
make it.
Yeah.
We can make it. Yeah.
What's Alley Stock?
Alley Stock is a outdoor music festival that we have. It's kind of like the Fire Festival, except it was.
So it's something you planned?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
But it actually happened. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there was water and pizza.
Oh, wow. You had
and
water?
Music.
Yeah, and music.
Yeah.
Musical artists showed up, too.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But it was a blast. We basically did it right outside the alley of my old apartment. And the cops came. And the really cool thing is that, like, if you're a DC city cop, like your night is just filled with like shit, like terrible stuff you got to respond to. These cops came and they were smiling and they were like, "Hey, you've gotten a couple noise complaints, but it's DC city policy to not enforce noise complaints until after 10 p.m. So,
true.
Go on and play until then. Like, you guys are doing a great job. Like, for them, it was like, wow, instead of like dealing with a domestic dispute or any other type of stuff happening, like, we get to tell these guys, hey, you got to be quiet in an hour or so. So
yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Cool.
Yeah, I've got a little sign out here by the door for my place that says, like, please respect your neighbors after 10 p.m. or whatever.
Right.
And the only time people are allowed around here is past 10. There's, like, technically a quiet time, but, like, I actually don't make much noise except when it's quiet time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've only gotten one noise complaint.
Oh, that's not bad.
But when someone comes to my door for a noise complaint, obviously there's nothing going on. I turn all the lights off, turn the music off, and I answer the door and I'm like yawning. sorry, man. I sleep with my music all the way up.
Yeah.
And like I have my friends hide, and he's like, "Hey, man, could you like keep it down?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah, no problem.
Close the door.
Turn it up.
Boom. Cool. So you guys met in college, doing frat stuff and throwing parties and having fun, and just like wanted to find a way to fix a problem that you had mutually.
Yeah, I mean, basically what happened one day is I was walking to my friend's place downtown, and it starts raining, and I just like say to myself, like, I'm tired of getting rained on. Like, it's 2018, like we have all of the most incredible technology in the world, and yet like nothing can tell me when it's gonna rain, right? Like, you can have, there's VR and artificial intelligence, all these incredible things, and yet
no one knows when it's gonna rain.
Yeah, no one knows when it's gonna rain.
Now, so when you say that, like, this helped you per se not get rained on,
not get rained on.
Is that because you don't have a window in your room?
Well, the thing is, I lived that lifestyle for a while of trying to look outside, but the weather changes throughout the day sometimes.
True.
And you got to be prepared for that. I mean, my favorite thing is like, walking down 14th Street when it's kind of in the shoulder season months, and you just see these groups of people who have clearly been out all day, and it's like the no jackets crew.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's 50 degrees out, and all these guys are in like shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And it's we're trying to help those people too.
Okay. Yeah.
So the app itself, what it does is it responds to the question, what should I wear today? So if you have a Google Assistant or an Alexa, you can ask it for a outfit recommendation, and it'll look at the weather, and it'll use some information that you give it about, your gender, what things you like, and it'll give you an outfit to wear, which we've been working with a team of creators out there to provide the outfits.
Wow. So it looks at the weather.
Right.
So would you say that that's like reliable? Because if it's looking at the weather, I could look at the weather app, right?
Right.
And like decide like, oh, it's gonna be hot.
Right. We're doing.
But does it look like the whole day of weather and decide like, oh, you should probably, because I do remember the video you sent me, and it was like it might rain, so remember to bring an umbrella, and then like grab the umbrella.
Exactly. So it's more about kind of looking at throughout the day, and rather than saying, hey, it's going to be hot today, don't worry about bringing sleeves. It'll say, it's hot today, but it's going to be cold tonight, so bring a jacket with you.
Gotcha.
It's kind of taking that next step and really thinking through, if it's going to rain later, bring an umbrella, right?
True.
Helping you be prepared.
Yeah, I think we all go through the same like mental process whenever we open up the weather. We all look for the same things of like, okay, well, how cold is it going to get later?
Exactly.
Is there a chance of rain later? And this is just putting that into a program that like eliminates that step.
Okay, yeah. So that way you can ask it while you're like in front of your closet,
right?
Like looking through your stuff. You don't have to like look at your phone and your clothes at the same time.
Right.
Hey Google, what should I wear today?
Okay, for that, you might like dress right. Want to give it a try?
That is amazing. It actually responds to me even when I don't talk to it.
Right.
So
it's always listening.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of, some people think it's scary, but I had a girl over one time, and she was like, you don't have one of those Google Homes, do you? I was like, no. Hey Google, don't listen to me, please. And she's like, no. What is it about the Dress Right app that causes you guys to wake up in the morning and like get going?
Yeah. So for me, it's really about kind of creating this next level ease of experience for somebody who, all my lazy people out there, getting ready lazy in the morning, you really, the type of people who don't really give a shit about what they wear.
Right.
They might not care too much about looking good, but for everybody's sake, it's good that people look put together and, kind of present themselves well. So
it's a crutch for people that don't necessarily know how.
Exactly. So I've always thought of it as just simplifying and making fashion a little bit more accessible for people who aren't necessarily interested in it, but might want to look good. They just don't know where to start.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people they don't want to become vain or self-obsessed, but they want simplicity and they want to look good.
Okay. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but it really transformed throughout its time from being more about the weather, just is it going to rain later, to people kept on asking, like, I want more style ideas. I want more goth clothing. I want more of this, more of that. And we're kind of letting the people drive it.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are trying to motivate people to be a little bit more fashion forward.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we really view this as another platform to continue to push great content out there, right? I think nobody's questioning that Instagram's kind of the dominant platform in the fashion space today.
Yeah.
But what we see with kind of the natural discovery that we saw with just asking Google what's up, that's kind of where you're starting to hit this audience that is potentially not involved in that Instagram fashion community, and it's just continuing to broaden that.
It's a different community.
Yeah.
Of people that may not be like scrolling through Instagram looking for futuristic.
Well, yeah, and we also want to do it. You ask, "What should I wear?" It gives you a good idea, and then you're back to your day.
Right. Ready to go.
We don't want to become a distraction. We want to be as helpful as possible, and then facilitate you to go do the things in your life that matter.
Very cool. We are sitting here with the Dress Right team, the Dress Right crew. What do you guys go by? The crew or team?
Crew's good.
Okay, hell yeah.
Depends on the day of the week.
Depends on the day. Okay, hell yeah. Today is the Dress Right crew.
Yep.
We got Ty, Andrew, and Elliot. And we have been talking about how to get comfortable with your outfit for the day, especially by asking people that have done it before and know what to do, and they've put it into easy concepts to understand. You just ask Google what to wear, and Google will tell you what to wear based on the weather, based on the temperature, based on what's going on that day. Maybe it's cold this morning, but maybe it's gonna be hot later tonight, or vice versa, and might be like, don't go out wearing sleeves today, but you might want to bring a jacket because later tonight it might get hot or cold.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be. Or wear pants but bring scissors so you can cut off the.
That's what I typically like to do.
Yeah. Okay, so the Dress Right app's been treating you guys pretty well.
Yeah.
You guys started this how many years ago, or how recently?
Just about this time last year, probably.
Wow. Okay, so it's been a year. And you've grown up to how many users roughly?
Yeah, so at this point we've had over 700,000 people have used it. And continue to grow every day. I think part of the beauty of the voice ecosystem is the natural discovery that we get. So that's all without advertising or anything, just natural discovery by users asking, their digital assistant what they should wear.
And do you guys feel like living in the city? Or do you guys live in the city?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like living in the city is helpful for that process to understand fashion trends and fashion forward ideas? Yeah,
I think absolutely. And we have more on our team than just this, and we have some folks who are a bit more plugged into kind of the fashion community. We have a photographer on our team who does a lot of shoots in the area, and she's been super helpful with linking us up with some popular influencers and just creators in the DC area, who are great people to talk with.
Exactly, yeah. And I want to get Elliot on the mic real quick just to hear your voice and then introduce you to the audience. They haven't heard anything from you yet, but I hear that the future of the Dress Right app is partially coming from some interesting ideas over there in that brain you got.
Yeah. No, yeah? I think part of it was just our learning experience. Ty and I have gotten on the other side, gone in front of the camera a little bit.
Yeah, done some modeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Amateur.
There you go.
We had to have some content to show people.
Exactly.
And I think that kind of got used to the idea that anybody can start showing their shit, getting that out there. And we don't want people just to be consuming looking at outfits. Like part of this is like getting people confident about what they're wearing, and then once you're confident in it, then you should be sharing what you're wearing with other people.
There you go.
So we're launching this creators app.
Okay.
Like in us talking to influencers and stuff, like thinking, how do we get people to want to be on this?
Yeah.
Like, getting the community, driving them through that. When you think about Instagram, if you're like a small fish or something, you're not getting paid to put your stuff out there. You're just like going for the likes and going to share it with your friends and
grow
stuff.
your audience.
Yeah. But with where we're trying to go is like get people to be able to get paid for looking good, being confident in their stuff. So like you can, like maybe you got a great outfit you love, people might see that and be like, oh, I have to have that, and buy it, and then give them a little kickbacks where like Instagram would be keeping that all for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I think one of the things, some of the influencers that we've worked with across the pond in London.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they actually, shout out Just Nadine.
There you go.
She actually reached out to us about how she could get on the app. She was a user. She helped really create the concept of, hey, there's a desire for people to add their stuff to this app. And one of the coolest things I think was when she asked Google what she should wear, she got one of her own outfits recommended. And she was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
That is really cool.
So it's kind of cool in that sense of, you can almost envision a future where you're creating an outfit repository of, your clothes that you actually own, and outfit ideas that would just be generated based on, what you're going out to do that day.
Yeah, because it's helpful to understand that sometimes the outfit can be improved by something that you wouldn't even think about, like a hat or a scarf if it's cold, or rings maybe, or like a necklace, or something along the lines that you wouldn't necessarily think about because it may not be on the top of your mind. But if you ask somebody else and they give you the advice that like, oh, by the way, you might just want to throw on a hat because it's going to be really sunny out. Yeah. That hat might make your outfit 10 times better, and you obviously wouldn't have worn it maybe if you didn't ask the app. So that's interesting. I like the fact that you guys are trying to think of questions that people don't even have, and you're trying to answer questions that people don't have. And that's a step towards the right direction towards helping the community with things that they don't even know that they need help with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things with the accessories and the activities, we're trying to make it really easier in the creators app for somebody to just have an area where they can throw a list of accessories that might go with the outfit. It might not necessarily be in the picture, but just to continue to kind of provide that, hey, this could also work with this. Because one of the number one questions we get from people is, somebody will say, hey, I've got a great pair of green pants. What goes well with green pants? So it's the idea of being able to have a large enough repository that we can make a informed recommendation of, this would go great with your beautiful green pants.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, like at this point, we see that the number one thing that we can do is to give people better content, more content that fits them.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're launching into this. And, you might think, some people think like that life is about like discovering yourself, but life is really about like creating yourself.
Okay.
And we follow that. And just like take yourself, like 10 years ago, did you think that you'd be able to produce full video segments?
Not at all. I did
where
not.
We are right now?
Exactly. I agree with you. I had no idea this would be a thing I was doing ever.
Right. I mean, we want to reach out to people and give them the idea of like, hey, you might be just someone who's really into fashion. You don't need friends who are into fashion. Like we can provide this community where you can share your stuff and really, share that with other people and embrace yourself.
Yeah, and in the creators app, I think there's a lot of people out there, myself included, who have very creative tendencies about them, but they don't necessarily know how to manifest some of their ideas and their creative passions into the world. The creators app is really out there to make it as easy as possible for somebody who, they don't know the first thing about the fashion industry, but they're a fashionable person. They think they wear cool outfits. Let's make it easy for them to share it with the world.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So you started with the Dress Right app. You wanted to fix the question, fix the problem of what do I wear today? And now that it's successful, it's got its own legs, it's going well. You have another question of people want to help you find the questions that you can't find and fix that with letting them upload their own content to the Creators app.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool.
And I think kind of along the lines of what Andrew was saying is the more content that we have and the more unique styles and the diversity of content that we have, the more it's going to appeal to our diverse user base, you know.
Because you're able to help them find something simple to wear out, or something kind of crazy and unique based on what they like.
Yeah, we get streetwear requests. We have users of all age ranges. I mean, through being on these smart speakers, like our users are incredibly diverse, and we want to find people to match up with every category of how do you want to be. Let's give you some inspiration.
Okay. So the software knows that the person asking is like a certain age or.
No, I mean, it's actually pretty transparent what we know and what we don't know, because you tell us something and now we'll remember that.
Okay.
So there's versus a lot of like scary internet stuff. We stay out of the scary internet stuff. Ty's our enforcer on that.
I'm robophobic.
Okay.
Hate the robots.
But I like that word a lot.
Literally, you tell us like, I don't like wearing dresses, and we'll just remember, okay, like we'll keep it to pants and shorts and skirts for you. Like that's
so like tomboys maybe.
Right. I mean, like there are people who like every side of a major fashion controversy. There are people on each side, and we're there for all of them.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what you guys have in store for the Creators app.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with what you've done with the best Dress Right app. Excuse me. I'm impressed with what you've been able to do with the Dress Right app so far by collaborating with the Google Voice. It's really cool because I think it's a good way to get other people that aren't constantly on their phone. And sometimes the people that are constantly on their phone don't even know what to wear, so it's good to also get into that industry. But I'm excited to maybe collaborate with you guys at some point in time.
Oh yeah.
And thank you for coming and having a conversation and telling me what's up and letting me know how
Absolutely.
the world
Should we
goes.
give them the link?
Yeah, go ahead and plug yourself.
So you can check out Dress Right app on Instagram. You can find some great glamour shots of Elliot and I, even back to the early days before we became professional models. And then, if you want to check out the Creators app, go to dressright.app.
Okay.
You'll be prompted to just create an account and get started. And we welcome any feedback.
I'm going to start mine right after this interview.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Let's get that money.
Thank you for joining me, and I'm looking forward to creating some fire content with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I can't.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
Space Jam.
We should get a close up of that handshake. It'll be like the top of the system.
Just the thought. I got it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
You're watching The Wink. Don't forget to subscribe.